Hello, I'm Raquel Pichardo-Allison, editor of Global Pensions magazine. I'm here today with Morten Nilsson, head of ATP's International Business Operations. The Danish fund manager opened a London office in May with the hopes of breaking into the UK pensions market. Morten, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, you plan on coming into the UK with quite an interesting strategy towards investing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think actually I think we have three areas of expertise we're trying to leverage here. Mm-hmm. Our investment over the past 10 years, we've had an average return on our investments of 6.9% per year, and that's been based on hedging our liabilities and diversifying our investments aggressively. So that's one thing. The other thing is our cost in Denmark is less than £5 per member per year, our administration cost. And the last thing is that we have these hybrid products where we guarantee our pension products kind of in between defined benefit and defined contribution schemes.
Mm-hmm. And why did you want to break into the UK market in particular?
I think the UK is very interesting because a lot of people here are not saving enough, and a lot of people are not saving at all, and you have a reform process where changes are on both the distribution side. Hopefully there will be auto enrollment coming in 2012, and a lot of changes are here, and we see there's focus on the cost structures, there's focus on the investment results. So a lot of changes we think will open the market up.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the hybrid product. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
What we try to do is that basically we see a trend globally that there's a move from defined benefit schemes to defined contribution schemes, and that move is basically taking all the risk away from the pension fund and placing it to the individual. And we don't believe that's sustainable. Mm. So what we do is we try to level out the interest rate risk for our members. We try to take off the investment risk, and we try to give, in Denmark, we give a lifelong guarantee. So you will not run out of money no matter how long you live. Mm. And I think that's a good offer.
Is there room for that in the UK, where the market has traditionally evolved in a way where you have defined benefit on one spectrum, defined contribution on another? Do you think there's room to meet in the middle?
I think so. It seems that not many are focusing on the middle ground. Mm. But in my mind, what we see and what we hear here is that it's kind of swung too far over to the defined contributions. And in our minds, a very clean defined contribution scheme is nothing more than a restricted bank account. Mm. And that's not why you have pension funds. Pension funds are supposed to take off some of the risk from the individual that they are not equipped to manage themselves. Mm.
How do you ensure that the guaranteed portion of the hybrid plan is, actually meets its promise?
What we do is we've designed a product that we can hedge, and what we do is we buy long-dated interest rate swaps and sovereign bonds to take off that risk. So in a way we buy deferred annuities every year, and that's how we take off that risk. But sorry, we do it on a yearly rate, so right. we don't take the interest rate risk either. But for the customer, that means that he will have the average of all the interest rates for all the years he's been contributing, and that will level out that risk for him.
What are your growth plans here in the UK? How big do you plan to get?
We haven't decided that yet, but what we do see is that for ATP to go into an international business, it needs to be something we can scale up so it can significantly support our aim of maximizing the purchasing power of our members. But that being said, we are also a long-term investor, so we believe in the long term rather than the short-term success.
Now, you guys are a Danish pension fund manager.
Yeah.
Your retirees are Danish.
Yeah.
Your members are Danish. Why go international?
Because we think there are great opportunities for us internationally, and that these opportunities will benefit our members in Denmark also. So this is an investment decision to go in, and we believe this might give us extraordinary returns in the long run. So that's the reason.
Are there any plans to expand outside of the UK as well?
We're looking into different countries that have kind of the similar type of countries where there's a reform process going on, and where they're kind of going from DB world to a DC world. So we are looking into different countries, but we think the UK is especially interesting because there's a lot going on, as I mentioned, and London is a financial center. So that opens up the world for us.
Morten, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. For more news and analysis, please visit www.globalpensions.com.